People that sat in the back row of the school bus, where are you now? People who honk in traffic jams, what are you trying to achieve? What's an opinion of yours that can cause an argument? Funfetti is a flavor. Yes, it is. I think using BCE and CE instead of BC and AD for historical dating is dumb, since the division of periods is still focused on Jesus. Ballet is an art, not a sport. Dessert pizza is really good. Toy Story 2 is just okay. I have a different opinion on that issue. This one causes a lot of arguments. What's the best movie from the 1980s? Aliens, 1986. Probably my most rewatched movie of all time. Beetlejuice. Back to the Future. Why? Like, it's a classic, timeless movie. But why do you pick the one where he kisses his mom? I think that's just weird. Beetlejuice again. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I gotta agree with this one. It's such a classic, timeless, incredible movie. The Breakfast Club. I really enjoy Footloose and Basketball Diaries. I actually have not seen either of those two. Star Wars: Return of the Jedi. My personal favorite Star Wars movie, actually. What 80s rock song will always be a banger? You Give Love a Bad Name. I didn't realize, is that the name of the song? I thought it was just Shot Through the Heart. Whatever. Rock You Like a Hurricane by the Scorpions. Toto Rosanna. This is my favorite Toto song, even better than Africa. I love this song. One of the most musically interesting songs ever. Cult of Personality by Living Colour. Where Do I Start? Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses. Come On Eileen. One by Metallica. Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N' Roses. Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi. How hot do you consider yourself to be? Why? On a scale of 1 to 10, I would personally give myself a strong 4. Cold as ice. About 99 degrees Fahrenheit. Sometimes I think I'm a 10, sometimes I think I'm a negative 10. Depends on how I dress and do my makeup. It's the confidence that comes with being all dressed up. As hot as the center of the iceberg that sunk the Titanic. I think I'm average, but everyone says I'm supermodel level sometimes. As hot as those chili eating competitions. Who's an actor or actress that you wish was in more projects? Michael Fassbender. When Steve Carell is doing that leaden mugging he calls comedy, it's just painful to watch. But put him in a dramatic role and holy crap, why doesn't this guy have a shelf full of Oscars by now? Foxcatcher, The Big Short, Battle of the Sexes, all brilliant performances. I wish he'd leave the idiot roles behind and concentrate on heavier parts. Harrison Ford. I mean, he was in a lot of movies back then, but I wish he would still be in a movie now. Yeah, if Harrison Ford actually liked any of the roles he played, I'm sure he would love to be in more movies. But that sour old man hates everything about his acting career. Jake Gyllenhaal. I wouldn't say I'm a fan of his, but every single thing I've seen him in, he is fantastic, and I honestly can't remember the last thing he was in that I didn't like. Ryan Reynolds, Christopher Waltz, and Rachel McAdams. Dakota Johnson. Charlie Chaplin, but there's a slight problem. Yeah, he's dead, dummy. What's one movie you'll never mind rewatching? Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Am I wrong to say that Scott Pilgrim was just okay? I didn't dislike the movie, but like, when people say it's their favorite movie, I don't get it, you know? I'm a little perplexed. Lord of the Rings. Now that one I can understand. I think Lord of the Rings is super cool. I really do. It's really good. Fight Club. Super bad. I've been dying to see Superbad. I've just forgotten about it. And then every time it gets brought up, I'm like, oh, I probably should go see it. But I don't. Back to the Future trilogy. The Big Lebowski. The Shawshank Redemption. Home Malone. Wreck-It Ralph is a beautifully contained adventure that I've seen enough times, I can almost replay the whole thing in my head, and there is no sequel. Almost every Studio Ghibli movie, especially Princess Mononoke. That's my choice, except with Spirited Away. What animated film traumatized you as a child? Happy Tree Friends. Pinocchio. That movie is dark AF. Coraline. Quasimodo, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. The Old Hag peering into the window in Snow White. That freaked me out. James and the Giant Peach. The Gumby movie is like a fever dream. Diesel from Thomas the Train scared the absolute out of me. It's Thomas the Tank Engine. Put some respect on his name, alright? If your personality was a sound, what would it be? A long, dry fart. Hey, at least it's dry. Dry Bones reanimation sound. That one cartoony run sound that we've all heard. I don't know, but amber is the color of my energy. Whoa, shades of gold display naturally. When the bread pops out of the toaster. Like Yoshi speaking. The microwave sounds. Beep, 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 beep. When the microwave is done, does your guys' microwave ding 4 or 5 times? Like those rubber chickens. 100 of them squeezed at once. What's cooler than being cool? Ice cold. Being hot. The flip side of a pillow. Don't be more cool. Be more chill. A witch's TNT in an iron bra. Being uncool. Thank you, DM me your small tits. Awesome. Owning a Furby. Eating dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggies. What is life's biggest trap people fall into? The school, job, marriage, kids, life script. You don't have to to do that. The amount of couples I know who are empty shells of the vibrant people they once were before marriage and kids, and who clearly just settled for each other and are going through the motions of a married couple is staggering. Working hard so the company will love me more. Don't do this. They will replace you at the drop of a hat no matter how hard you work, how many days you come in sick, how many 60-hour weeks you work. As soon as you become an inconvenience, they will replace you. They do not care about you. I don't know about the biggest, but people in America have this constant problem of wanting more money so they can afford a better life. Slowly getting more money, getting used to that level, and then wanting more money so they can afford a better life and repeat endlessly. Don't get me wrong, a lot of people could experience significant improvements in life with some more money, but it is so easy to fall into this trap where it will never be enough. Going to college or university, debt, store credit cards. Don't sign up for store credit cards. The interest rate is way too high and it is a pain in the ass to pay it off. Don't sign up for a Target card, the credit card at least. The debit one they have is fine, whatever. The Kohl's card, the Dillard's, whatever. Don't sign up for the store credit cards. It's a scam. Compartmentalize. Mortgages. What's the one video game that made you fall in love with gaming? I always loved gaming, but Minecraft, that just changed everything for me. Probably Zelda Ocarina of Time and the original Fable game on the OG Xbox. Single player RPGs will always be my faves. Super Mario Bros. Had the Duck Hunt and Track and Field in the same cartridge, but those other games were just in the way of me getting to my Mario. Mario Kart. It was really social and fun even if you lost. But even if you were near the end, you could get some good items and get back to the middle sometimes. When I was a kid, my sister got me a Game Boy Color with Pokemon Blue. Never looked back from gaming. Sounds like me. My first game was Pokemon. Pokemon Leaf Green was my first game, actually. Other landmark games were Final Fantasy X and Kingdom Hearts PS2 era, Skyrim, Dragon Age Origins, Nier Automata, and Persona 5. Now that I'm an old guy, I mostly just play modded Skyrim and write character backstories for fun. Mario Brother All-Stars on SNES. Halo Combat Evolved or Mario Kart 64. Ratchet and Clank on the PS2. Mario Party 8 and Club Penguin. Wii Sports. What a good choice. Zombies Ate My Neighbors. It's the first game I can remember binging back on the Super Nintendo, and man, was it fun. Me and my brother would co-op and spend hours trying to figure out hidden passages for it. Super Mario Brothers and Halo. What are your thoughts on humans? I want revenge on them for what they did to my species. Their women are hot. Earth girls are easy. Not worthy. Not even me? Trash. Ugly bags of mostly water. I prefer almost any other animal. Needs must, though. Most evolved ain't the smartest. I've never seen a convincing argument for the continuation of the species. Who are some celebrities that look scarily alike? Will Ferrell and Chad Smith. Daniel Radcliffe and Elijah Wood. Ashley and Mary-Kate Olsen. Crazy, right? Donald Glover and Childish Gambino. Morgan Freeman and Danny DeVito. Okay, that's just ironic to the point where it's not funny. No, Danny DeVito looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger. No! Heath Ledger and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. It's ridiculous. Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus. Keira Knightley, Natalie Portman. Matt Damon and Mark Wahlberg. Jake Gyllenhaal and Tobey Maguire? I don't see that one at all. Rob Schneider and The Rock are like a before and after photo. Turns out Will Ferrell is not the drummer for Red Hot Chili Peppers. Zach Braff and Dax Shepard are the result of cloning. I'm pretty sure Jennifer Lawrence has a twin called Lily Sobieski. Keira Knightley is the poor man's Natalie Portman. Liam Neeson is Ralph Fiennes' stunt double. Or is it the other way around? Gary Busey is Nick Nolte if Nick Nolte took some wrong turns in life. The part of Mila Kunis is played by Sarah Hyland. Nathan Fillion and Jeremy Renner are never seen together. Coincidence? Jennifer Garner's pen name is Hilary Swank. Keanu Reeves and Adam Driver. Literally not. Literally not. What song are you listening to right now? Let me look at my Spotify. I'm not listening to any music at the very given moment. Let me go to my last played Spotify. Oh, it's Mary on a Cross by Ghost. It's that new TikTok song, and I really like it. I really like it. Who the Cat Fit? Bob Marley. Baby Shark. Do you have kids? Sia. Elastic Heart. Soko. I Thought It Was an Alien. Aqua Drop. On My Way by G. Nyko. What happened in 1984? In another universe, the Ministry of Truth did its work. Those who controlled the present controlled the past, and those who control the past control the future. George Orwell. John Hurt got tortured until he loved his big brother. People died. The year 1984 happened. Something. Which video game sound effect can you still hear perfectly in your head years later? The Lego Star Wars, the original trilogy, C-3PO death noise. It goes, ah. It's so funny. It's so funny. Exclamation point noise. I can't do it. Like the alert noise. The Pac-Man waka waka. You know, if you stick your finger in your ear and you just like scratch the inside of your ear, it sounds like the Pac-Man waka waka. EA Sports. It's in the game. Sonic losing all his rings. Starting a Pokemon battle in red and blue. A villager in Minecraft. The oof of falling on your board in Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Also the doom sound when you bust a special trick. Coin effect sound from Mario. Also smushing a Goomba and getting a 1-up in the hurry up music. Also from Zelda, the sound effect when you achieve or discover something. Halo 1 invisibility. The Halo double kill. You are the owner of the world's worst restaurant. What meals and dishes are on the menu? Hold on, let me look up the menu for Long John Silver's. Lamb without any fucking sauce. Weird retro recipes like ham and banana hollandaise or tuna jello salad. Cold calamari served with ketchup, not fried. Spaghetti and jelly, and that's fucking it. Any complaint is met with a full force slap, verbal abuse, and a free mint. Mashed potatoes have pieces of bones in them. Hot dog water for drinks. Jalapeno poppers with bubble gum as filling. Disgusting. Ew. Nice try, Applebee's. Canned spaghetti. Chef Boyardee. Spaghetti in a can is not bad. I'm just saying. My world famous cigarette smoked salmon. Hot ham water. People who honk in traffic jams, what are you trying to achieve? I'm just letting everyone know I'm a dickhead. Dominance. Maybe they're just me. I know I am. Freedom. Same thing as when I keep pressing the crosswalk and the call elevator buttons. Trying to start a new genre of music. Or more realistically, I was getting really into a song where I was the drummer and my hand hit the horn. I just want to make the world a little bit worse. Just saying hello, you should learn Morse code. Having someone honk back. How do you professionally say "F you"? As per my last email, is known in my office circles as the gentleman's F-bomb. Moving forward, thank you. I will take your input under advisement. Your concerns have been duly noted. Your opinion is important to us. With all due respect, I had someone being a jack on a phone and couldn't understand why we couldn't do anything for him since our services are income-based. I finally said, I apologize, my supervisor needs me urgently. If you call back and ask for coworker who was a jerk at extension 214, he should be able to assist you. As stated in the contract and user manuals, you know what? You have a nice day. You professionally and unprofessionally. People that sat in the back row of the school bus, where are you now? Driving city buses, lol. Retired fire department battalion chief, front row of flights. I work in accounting, in my chair. CEO, leading them from the back. Working at a tire shop, right here. What was the most disgusting taste you've ever experienced? I put my coffee down in my friend's garage and by accident picked up the old coffee that had been there for years with cigarette butts and mold and took a swig. Oh, I'm gonna throw up. I threw up for hours and still gag when I think about it. 5-year-old me taking grape flavored cold medicine. Rotten butter. Put a huge chunk on my bread to dip it in soup. Nothing else ever came close to that. Fish oil. Dandelion leaves. Yes, my mom actually bought them and cooked them. Oreo with toothpaste. That sounds not bad. I'll try it. What is your favorite meal? Biscuits and gravy with hash browns, eggs, sunny side up, and a side of bacon with a cup of coffee. There's a different kind of feeling of fullness eating a nice diner breakfast. Thai red curry. A filet mignon with roasted asparagus and a loaded baked potato with an ice-cold beer. Chicken tikka masala with potato samosa, along with some garlic naan and good company. Lasagna. I only like lasagna when I personally make it. Restaurants go overboard on the ricotta, and I can't stand ricotta. Unfortunately, making lasagna is an involved f***ing project of a meal to make. Lasagna also requires a second mortgage on your house to cover the cost of the cheese. For real? Yeah. Steak, garlic potatoes, small side salad. Spaghetti bolognese is a goat. Whichever has been cooked, prepared, and or served to me. I'm grateful for that alone. Same. Any meal that I don't need to cook or do dishes for. Grilled cheese sandwich and tomato soup. Kebabs. Kebab is kebab. Shish kebab to kebab to bob. What was the first book you ever read that made you want to read more? I've mentioned it before while reading posts, but Deltora Quest. For those of you who missed that last video, Deltora Quest was the first time I was sitting down reading a book during like my timed mandatory reading my mom gave me as a kid, where I was like, can I keep going, Mom? And she was like, what the hell? You're not my son? But yeah, Deltora Quest, shout out. Bunnicula. It's about a vampire rabbit drains veggies of their juices. I was in 3rd grade, so I thought if a vampire rabbit was just the creme de la creme of genius. When I learned it was a series, it blew my mind. I read them all. My parents raised me in the library, so to speak, but I cannot remember a specific book that made me continue reading. However, my friend let me read Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, and I will forever see that as the book that that made my obsession with books grow. I still read Percy Jackson, and I'm super excited for the Disney Plus series. Definitely Harry Potter. I looked forward to the release of a new book as a child. R.L. Stein. Forget Goosebumps, though. The 99 Fear Street series is seriously messed up, and I read the entire series in like a week. I got my hands on one of the old Three Investigators books, and wanted to read the entire series after that. The Secret of the Haunted Mirror, in particular, made a big impression on me from just the cover alone. Read a lot as a kid. The first book I really felt like I read as an adult was The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. I think I was 14. The How to Train Your Dragon series. I didn't even know those were books. Holes. First book that sucked me in. I think I was in 3rd or 4th grade when it came out and showed up at the Scholastic Book Fair. I read that book in a day or so because I could not put it down. Harry Potter was right behind that. Not the first books I read, but The Hunger Games. Lord of the Rings. What is something you judge people about? If you are a dude and you piss all over the seat, especially without lifting the lid first, fuck you, fucking Neanderthal. Now I have to clean your fucking piss so the person waiting to use the bathroom after me doesn't think I'm a degenerate piece of shit. Cleaning up after themselves, especially in a shared space. Said this before, but not putting their shopping carts back. It's like a 2-minute walk max. Come on. The way they talk about people behind their backs, specifically their friends. Cutting in front of me without saying sorry or excuse me. Not giving the little wave when I let people in front of me in traffic. Fucking ingrates. Men that can't feed themselves, can't cook, can't make their own plate of food, etc. Something about the lack of such a basic survival trait is such a turnoff to me. Their ability of staying calm if somebody doesn't share their opinion. Their dog's nails. Not showing up on time for social engagements. Using vapid corporate language. I work in the logistics space where we utilize deep learning to achieve positive outcomes for our stakeholders. How they treat waitstaff and others in the service industry. Everything. Literally every single thing. Like you have room to talk, Keto the lolly freak. Wearing pajamas and slippers in Walmart at 1 p.m. Yeah, if it's 1 p.m., that's a little weird, but at like 1 a.m., I think you're weird if you're not wearing your pajamas. People who don't immediately start dancing and singing along whenever Love Shack starts playing. If you could pick any celebrity to be best friends with, who would you pick? Harry Styles. Absolutely. Without a doubt. Keanu Reeves. It is Reddit after all. Ryan Reynolds. Okay. Snoop. Like Snoop Dogg or Snoopy. Paul Rudd. Robert Downey Jr. Nicolas Cage, for sure. I think personally having Jack Black in your life could only be a positive thing. Hugh Jackman. Andrew Garfield. I too would choose Andrew Garfield. He just seems chill. Would be cool to be his best friend. Chelsea Handler. I love people who are not afraid to call me out on my shit and who equally are not ridiculous when called out on theirs. Chelsea Handler seems incredibly self-aware when it comes to stuff like that. When she was distraught over Trump being elected, she walked away from her talk show so that she could spend more time trying to educate people about politics and do her Chelsea Does series, which was pretty great. Morgan Freeman. Tobey Maguire. OG Spider-Man. Also the worst Spider-Man. Seems like a friendly guy. I have more celebrities if you would like me to name some, even though you only said if you could pick any celebrity. What's a thing that makes you think, wow, I'm really getting older? TikTok trends. Slowly starting to give less fucks. When birthdays don't make you excited anymore. Yeah, I just celebrated my 24th birthday on the 11th of August, and all I got was back pain. The CD turned 40 today. Seeing trends I've lived through make a half comeback. Powerpuff Girls. Everything creaks, and what doesn't creak hurts. Everybody creaks sometimes. I got super excited about buying an over-the-sink dish rack. Talking to people who think the 80s was a long time ago. I have to do the math in my head each time to verify that it really was a long time ago. I'm older now than my best friend's dad was when I met him. Gray public hairs. What's the worst thing you can say at a funeral? About damn time. I read that in Lizzo. When my cousin died, we were all at church before the mass, gathered up and just hanging out. Definitely feeling down and blue. My other cousin, his brother, came in from outside and joined us. Upon seeing all our long faces, he asked with a sort of smirk, wow, who died? Yeah, he's always been kind of a cut-up. Why we only met at funerals? Actually said by my aunt last year. Turn to the widow and say, so I guess you're free tonight? Winky face. Should have been you. Can I have his vinyls? My father's best friend drowned when he was 16. The guy that capsized the boat they were in to cause the death went to the funeral and legit asked the parents the exact question. Good riddance. He's looking up at us right now. I get it. I get it because he went to hell. He died doing what he loved, said by the priest during services about someone who died of a drug overdose. Jaw hit floor hard. They died a virgin, but won't be buried as one. What is wrong with you people? What do you miss the most from your childhood? Cartoon Network. God, I miss Cartoon Network. Being able to watch like Billy and Mandy, Ed, Edd and Eddy, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, My Gym Partner's a Monkey. The good stuff, man. God, I miss it. I sound like a boomer right now. But like some of the cartoons these days are good. Like Steven Universe was awesome. One of my favorite cartoons to ever come out. Regular Show, Adventure Time, all good stuff. It's good. Being carefree free and not having to worry about the future. How easy it was to make friends. You both like Pokemon? Cool, we're friends. In your 20s, it's so much harder to find people you click with. I wish I had more friends that like Pokemon. It's my thing. I mention it every video. You guys should keep a counter of how many times I say the word Pokemon. The endlessness of it. I think we miss it because it ended. Not paying bills. Memories as a 5-year-old of a large bathtub filled with soapy water, seeming like an Olympic-sized swimming pool that you could almost practically swim laps in. Saturday morning cartoons. Heck, any cartoon designed to sell toys. Climbing trees. I get funny looks doing it now. My body not being f***ed up. What superpower will be useful and creepy at the same time? Invisibility. Assuming you're not run over by a car the first time you cross the road, invisibility is primarily used for theft and creepy Teleportation. You can travel wherever you want without wasting time. Wherever. Teleportation would be awesome, as that would essentially be like time travel too. No? Teleportation and time travel are completely different, but whatever. Stopping time. Supposing you can still interact with stuff, you can go anywhere, anytime. Pervert's dream. That's so weird of you. That's so weird of you to say. Take my imagination back. X-ray vision. Forced mind reading. Invisibility and mind reading. The classics. What season do you dread most and why? Winter. I get the big sad. Spring. I hate being assaulted by plant. Winter. I hate driving in snow and ice. Winter. It sucks. I hate driving in the snow and ice. And it gets dark by 4 p.m. Cost of heating fuel sucks too. Winter. Everything is harder and more expensive. Winter. I don't mind the cold. I do mind having to lug around a heavy jacket all day around my university. Winter. I absolutely hate the cold. Winter. I have seasonal depression. How did nobody say summer? Summer f***ing sucks. It's too hot all the time. It's like 90 degrees every day in the beating hot sun. It sucks. It's horrible. I would rather have winter forever than have summer. Frick, man. I mean, I'm a fall and spring guy, but Jesus. What are you completely over and done with? Online gaming. People. Being shy, introverted, antisocial, awkward. It just makes life a lot harder. My ex. Feels good, bro. Hell yeah, man. I'm tired, boss. Tired of hearing about US politics. It's like pieces of glass in my head all the time. Applying to jobs and getting rejected each time. Breastfeeding. I'm 58 and will not go back sucking my mom's I'm completely over and done with it. That's a little silly Billy. Who's your favorite music artist currently? I'll always plug them because I love them so much, but my favorite band of all time, Bad Sons. If you like indie rock or indie pop, shout out Bad Sons. I love them. They just released a single a week or two ago. Oh, I love them. Incubus. It's always Incubus. J. Cole. The Beach Boys. I love the Beach Boys. Hozier. Green Day and My Chemical Romance. Queen. Kendrick Lamar. Stevie Wonder. Mumford & Sons. Jack Harlow. What human behavior will you never understand? Digging a hole on a beach. I have no idea why I do it. I just know it's something me and every other guy on the beach would do without question. On Microsoft Teams. Hi, got a sec? Sure. Nothing from them after that. The I have more than you, so I'm better people. Our need for speed. It's very important. It's inherent. Smoking, cigarettes. Catcalling. What's the end goal of it? Yeah, I'm gonna yell at a random attractive woman on the street, be like, hey ma, why don't you bring that over here? And then they're not ever gonna do it. You're fucking weird. Don't catcall people, you freaks. It's gross. Jesus. Greed. What is the dumbest thing you've ever received hate for? During my early days of the internet, there was a post on a LiveJournal page about some woman who still breastfed her kid until he was like 5. I commented on it saying I didn't even know that was possible. And boy, did people come at me, calling me a troll, just trying to rile people up, saying it was offensive. Like, dude, I was just 15 and honestly had no idea it was possible to breastfeed a child for that long. Or having lunch with my grandma on my lunch break at work. Not joking. I serve a wide area of my state, and when I'm in her part of the state, which was historically underserved by the person in my position before I was, I eat lunch with her during my lunch break. The other administrators I work with in parts of the state that I serve are now complaining that the only reason that part of the state is getting more attention, i.e. equal treatment to them rather than being neglected, is because I like to have lunch with my grandmother. For putting pink or pastel rainbow fleeces in with my male guinea pigs. They're guinea pigs. They don't care. They want lettuce. And lettuce they'll have. Scoring good marks in an exam. For me, reading too much in school. I don't drink alcohol. Not preachy about it. I just don't like the taste or the effect. You would think I was a mass murderer when declining politely a drink. I don't care if everyone else is drinking and think I'm kind of handy as a designated driver. For being too polite. My really good memory. Like, people don't believe it so much that they think I lie and make up things. People who are 40 plus, what is your advice to people in their 20s? One day in your future, you're gonna to be in a room with a bunch of people younger than you, and you're not going to think that they're very much younger than you, but they will have been born around the same time you started working in the field you're still working in. And you're going to say something like, it's like that meme where they Photoshop Bernie Sanders in the chair onto everything, and the people in your group are going to say, who? What's a meme? And you're going to realize that the culture that defined your understanding of the world is dead, and it isn't coming back. Just be ready for that. Don't expect your 20s to be great. It's normal to be unhappy and make a lot of mistakes. Be picky about who you date. It's better to be single than attached to an idiot or an abusive asshole. If you haven't already, start taking care of your body. Exercise. Try to stop eating junk food as often, and floss and invest in a tongue scraper. 40 is when the warranty expires and things start falling apart. Preventative maintenance is crucial to avoid a huge bill from coming due. Stretch more often and practice good posture. Straightens back up to avoid sitting like a shrimp. Noted. Honestly, don't feel attached to your first corporate job. Leave for a promotion within 2 years and treat it like a way to learn. Corporations will not promote you or help you advance your career generally. Being really fucking good at one thing doesn't make you really good at everything. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. What video game level can go fuck itself? There never was and never will be a video game level that deserves to go fuck itself more than the speeder bike level of the original Battletoads for the NES, especially in 2-player mode. According to Google, it's barely level 3 of the game, and it's called Turbo Tunnel. Fuck you, Turbo Tunnel. People who grew up with an N64, we need to talk about the Tiny Kong boss in Donkey Kong 64. The jack-in-the-box that makes you hop from platform to platform, making you double jump hair whip to button after button, while the camera simultaneously spins around, throwing your direction pad off, constantly dying with no end in sight until you're finally fully hulked up enough to smash your TV, jump out your window, and just start smashing bodies. Simpsons Hit and Run, Level 7, Mission 7. Supply Line Mission in GTA San Andreas, or known as the Mini Plane Mission. I'll kick it old school. Lion King on Sega with the Can't Wait to Be King level. GTA Vice City, RC Helicopter with Bomb. The Special Zone levels on Super Mario World. You had to complete the Star Road to get them, I think. Some of them were ridiculously hard. Me and my sister would spend hours on it back in the day. Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga Gunship Cavalry. Grand Theft Auto Vice City. The mission where you have to transport Love Fist in a limo can go f*** itself. Super Mario Sunshine. The level where you move that giant watermelon from one side of the map to the other. The stupid f***ing dragon in Cuphead. What wouldn't be nearly as popular if it wasn't for the US? Black Friday. It's a worldwide thing now, even though only the US has Thanksgiving the day before. Coca-Cola. Fender guitars. Jimi Hendrix with a Fender playing the Star Spangled Banner at Woodstock. That's the most American thing that has ever been done. Red Solo cups. Using inch to measure TV size. Blue jeans. Hip-hop. Jazz too. Peanut butter. That's why Russia has peanut butter smugglers. Oh, Yuri. GPS. The American military gave away one of the coolest technologies to the world. No service fees, no subscriptions. Imagine if Meta or Apple had invented it. What is something people don't consider when thinking about aliens? Lots of the discussion surrounding possible intelligent alien life forms seems to be working under the assumption that they have to be super rational and supremely intelligent beings. They don't have to be, is all I'm saying. That our conception of life is based on carbon and bioenergy. Our conception of intelligence is based on perception and communication. What if we already have encountered some sulfur-based life that communicates through something we don't measure, like viscosity changes, and can't see or hear, but only sense distant mass and electric charge? Maybe we can't even conceive it as life because we defined all of our concepts from a very narrow point of view. For us, it's just a rock. Scale. Douglas Adams wrote a missive about an invasion fleet sent to colonize Earth, but the aliens miscalculated our size, and the whole fleet was eaten by a dog. For thousands more years, the mighty ships tore across the empty waste of space and finally dived screaming onto the first planet they came across, which happened to be Earth. Where due to a terrible miscalculation of scale, the entire battle fleet was accidentally swallowed by a small dog. The STDs they might carry. Sorry, Captain Kirk. Why should they breathe oxygen or be able to survive in our environment? More likely than not, they couldn't. The cost of fuel on the interstellar market. Galactic inflation is a bitch. Alien sentience might be so different from ours that we wouldn't even recognize them as being thinking beings in the way we understand it. Dolphins, elephants, cephalopods. Movies always depict aliens communicating with noise or body language, or having eyes and being able to interpret sounds. Very human-based alien concepts. Aliens could be gaseous for all we know and communicate in a spectrum of light we can't see. Disease they may carry that can absolutely wipe us out before we know it. What is your useless skill? I'm incredible at f***ing up. I can remember absolutely useless facts about sports films, certain historical events, or celebrities, but nothing actually useful. I am the fastest runner in my class, but for like 12 seconds. I have asthma. I can make the best fart noise with my tits. I can't identify any member of my family when they enter the house, walk down the stairs, or walk around without seeing them simply by listening. I, for one, can recognize what kind of cutlery falls on the floor with 80% accuracy, be it fork, knife, spoon, spoon or teaspoon. Fun fact, I was trained to do that. I can partially dislocate my jaw to get more food in my face, just like a snake. I can drink water really fast. I can down a 20-ounce, 500 milliliter bottle in a single gulp. The TSA has made this slightly less useless. I can name a song when only hearing 2 seconds of the intro or melody. I have a very high degree of certainty when counting the number of persons in a room, even amidst a sizable throng. I spent my entire life working in pubs and clubs, so I just happen to pick up this expertise. Existing. Surviving this shit ain't easy, bro. I can name every single operating wooden roller coaster in North America. Quick, what's the one called in Altoona, Iowa? Tornado Outlaw at Adventureland. Snap, I thought the Outlaw was the only wooden one since it's the rickety ones. Guess I was wrong. I'm really skilled at whipping towels. Once caused someone to bleed. And that's it. We're all done here. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Bye-bye.